As Jin of BTS prepares to take the stage at the O2 Arena for the UK leg of his #Seokjin tour, fans around the world are asking the same question: why London? Out of 9 cities and 18 shows spanning across Asia, North America, and Europe, why is London being seen by many as the emotional centerpiece of this highly personal solo journey? The answer lies not only in logistics or ticket sales, but in something deeper, something emotional, symbolic, and intentional. London holds a unique place in BTS history. As one of the first Western cities where the group experienced stadium-level success, it became a gateway to their global breakthrough. Jin, who has often expressed deep gratitude toward international fans, has said in past interviews that performing in London felt like finally reaching the hearts we could only wave to from a screen. This connection appears to have stayed with him, and now, he's returning not as a member of a group, but as an individual ready to reclaim that bond on his own terms. Moreover, the decision to include the O2 Arena, one of Europe's most iconic and prestigious concert venues, is no accident. For Jin, this venue isn't just a stage, it's a statement. It says he's ready to stand alone in front of thousands, not in the shadow of BTS, but in the light of his own artistry. His team's choice to stage 2 consecutive nights in London, on August 5th and 6th, further emphasizes the importance of the stop, but it's not just about legacy, it's also about timing. Coming near the end of the tour, the London shows act as a climactic chapter in Jin's solo narrative. He's already conquered Goyang, Chiba, Osaka, Tampa, and Dallas, each with powerful performances. By the time he steps onto the O2 stage, he will be in peak form emotionally and artistically. The build-up from his first solo album, Happy, to the deeper, more reflective echo culminates here. This isn't just another concert. It's the emotional summit of everything he's been building since his return from military service. Fans, too, have made their voices heard. UK armies have consistently shown strong support throughout BTS's global rise. From early charting efforts to grassroots streaming campaigns, their loyalty hasn't gone unnoticed. Jin choosing London as a focal point in his tour feels like a recognition of that dedication. In short, London isn't just a city on a schedule, it's the heart of this tour. And tomorrow night, when the lights dim and Jin's voice echoes across the O2, fans will feel it too. Not just the music, but the meaning. Not just the performance, but the connection. This is why Jin chose London. Because some stories deserve to reach their emotional peak where it all once began. For Jin, whose artistic identity has always leaned towards sincerity rather than spectacle, London represents a chance to reconnect with an audience that has matured alongside him. It's been nearly 3 years since BTS last performed in the UK as a full group, and in that time, both Jin and his fans have gone through significant transformations, from enlistment and solo projects to a growing global understanding of what each member represents individually. In this context, London is not just another city, it's a mirror. A place where Jin can reflect the growth he's undergone, and where fans can reflect that back to him. It's the perfect setting to close a circle that began long ago, when he stood alongside 6 other members, now stepping forward on his own. Industry insiders have noted the symbolic weight of this concert as well. One producer close to the tour revealed that special arrangements were made for the London shows, including enhanced lighting effects that align with key lyrics from Echo and an emotionally charged visual montage that will play during the final encore. This added layer of storytelling, unique to the UK performance, suggests that even within the same tour, London is being treated differently. Even the schedule hints at London's elevated status. While most cities received a standard media rollout, the UK concert dates were promoted with a separate digital teaser titled Run, Seokjin, Homecoming in London, further feeding speculation that this is more than just another tour stop. Fans have also noticed that Jin has been unusually quiet in the days leading up to the concert, avoiding social media and keeping rehearsals closed. Some believe he's preparing something deeply personal. Whether that's a surprise new track, a video message from the BTS members, or a never-before-heard live version of a fan-favorite song, no one knows for sure. But the silence only amplifies the anticipation. Ultimately, the choice of London as the emotional peak of the tour is a decision steeped in meaning, not just for Jin, but for everyone who's followed his journey. From the halls of HYB to the farthest corners of the fandom, the message is clear. Jin's solo era is not about reinventing himself for the spotlight. It's about returning to it with clarity, purpose, and a deeper sense of self. And if there's any city that could carry the weight of that message, it's London. When the final note rings out at the O2 and the stage lights dim, Jin won't just be leaving behind another concert. He'll be leaving behind a message etched in music, emotion, and the hearts of thousands, that his story as a solo artist is only just beginning. London is where the echoes begin. And the world will be listening. Thousands of fans are arriving in London not just to see Jin perform, but to be part of the narrative. They've followed his journey since the earliest BTS eras, supported him through military enlistment, celebrated the release of Happy and Echo, and now stand ready to witness a defining chapter unfold in real time. Some have traveled across countries, even continents, to be present, not because it's just a concert, but because it's a milestone. What makes this moment even more poignant is that Jin knows it. He's never been the loudest voice in the room, but always one of the most aware. His gratitude toward fans has consistently shown in subtle ways, through the lyrics he writes, the gestures he makes on stage, and the words he chooses carefully in interviews. And it's this deep emotional awareness that sets him apart, especially in an industry often dominated by constant reinvention and image-driven branding. And London. Jin doesn't need to reinvent himself. He needs only to reveal himself, fully, honestly, and artistically. Even the city itself seems to be echoing the moment. Posters of #Seokjin_EP tour line the underground stations, while cafes and local shops near the O2 have embraced the theme with limited edition drinks and fan events. Several well-known landmarks, such as Tower Bridge and the London Eye, are rumored to be lit in purple during concert nights, a subtle but powerful nod to BTS's legacy and Jin's return. Music journalists attending the show have described it as the most emotionally anticipated solo K-pop concert ever held in the UK. And unlike many global tours that pass through London as just another commercial stop, this one carries the weight of history, sentiment, and sincere artistic growth. But beyond all the speculation, visuals, and production, the heart of it all remains simple: a man and his music. When Jin steps onto that stage tomorrow night, he will not be performing to prove anything. He'll be standing in front of thousands to share something. His journey, his voice, his vulnerability, his joy. And in that sacred space between artist and audience, something rare will happen. A moment of connection so strong, so quiet, and so personal, it could only be possible in a city like London. As the countdown ends and the curtain lifts, what fans will witness isn't just the emotional peak of a tour. It's the beginning of something lasting. Jin chose London not because it's loud, but because it listens. Not because it's the biggest, but because it remembers. And now it will never forget. For fans, this concert is a reunion.
For Jin, it's a release.
The years of waiting, the weight of expectations, the quiet struggles during military service, the long nights in the studio crafting Happy and Echo, all of it will converge into one shared moment under the lights of the O2 Arena. No fan chant, no encore, no note sung tomorrow will be ordinary. Every second will carry the meaning of time past, promises kept, and dreams realized. The two-night run in London is expected to be the most globally streamed and documented part of the tour. Already, armies across social media are preparing live updates, translations, and post-concert discussions. International media have requested exclusive press access, and K-pop publications are calling it the most emotionally significant performance by a BTS member in Europe to date. Even among those who cannot attend in person, the excitement is palpable. Watch parties have been organized in cafes, cinemas, and private homes. Across time zones, fans are ready to stay up late or wake before dawn just to feel connected to the moment Jin walks on stage and greets the London crowd. And it won't be just a concert. It will be a homecoming for Jin, and in a way, for ARMY too. What he brings to the stage won't be just music, it'll be proof. Proof that artistry rooted in sincerity can move across oceans. Proof that a man known for his humor, warmth, and humility can also be a force of quiet emotional power. Proof that even in an industry as fast-moving as K-pop, taking your time can lead to something far more meaningful. Be why the time Jin sings his final note in London, something will have shifted, not just in his career, but in the hearts of those watching. Not every artist gets to redefine themselves in front of a global audience and be fully embraced in the process. Jin is doing just that, not with noise or spectacle, but with grace, patience, and honesty.